Tonight on Bob's Homegrown Stash from Fairfield, PA, Whiskey Burn. It's the Bob Father. We're going to start the night off with Church of Gageby on Bob's Homegrown Stash on 101.5
BobRocks.
Once again, I see a few strangers and I see a few friends. We'll have a good time and you will see we're hanging out the Church of Gageby. We'll ride out back. That might sound crazy, but it's a fact. I said it before, but you wouldn't believe. This goes down the Church of Gageby. This one time, put a helmet on my head, and that was a decision that I came to regret. There's plenty of laws against debauchery that are commonplace. The Church of Gageby. Steeple, and they got a gable, and the bar was made from the baptismal table. So let your hair down and be free, 'cause Whiskey Burn's rocking the Church of Gageby. They got plenty of drunks and plenty of lushes. Once had to pull a friend out of the bushes. I said it before and I'll say it again. You're at the Church of Gageby, well, you're amongst friends.
Church of Gageby from this week's featured band Whiskey Burn on Bob's Homegrown Stash. It's the Bob Father, joined in the studio with a few of the members of Whiskey Burn. Welcome, fellas, and thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Why don't you introduce yourselves and also tell us who we're missing?
I'm Frank Maxwell. I do lead vocals and rhythm guitar.
I'm Dana Maxwell. I do lead vocals.
I'm Chuck Weidler. I play the drums.
And we're missing Randy Bargar, bass player, and Frankie Raff, lead guitarist.
Cool. Well, again, thanks for coming in, and why don't you tell us a little bit about Whiskey Burn?
We're an original band doing Mostly blues-based, hard rock style stuff. Just a bunch of friends hanging out, having a good time. Every show starts with "Y'all ready for some whiskey-laced rock and roll?"
There you go. So Church of Gageby. I'm not familiar with that church. Is that a church you belong to?
Well, it's friends of ours live in Fairfield. They actually bought an old church, and when they bought it, went in and took out all the pews. They left the stage up and turned the coat closet into a bar.
Really?
So we literally did take the baptismal table and rip it down and became the bar top.
Wow.
But one of our friends, who's brother of Ann, who owns it, we christened the bar. We did a shot on it, and he was like, "I'm going to hell." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because I was baptized on this table, and now I'm doing shots at it." And there literally is a hot tub out back. Everything in that song has happened there. The last time we played there, our sound guy, who we asked to come back to do sound for us, gave me a hug afterwards and thanked me for inviting him to come back out. And
Really?
said we'd have to write an entire new song since that party. But there's some things that you think you would never see happen in that church.
So, I
wrote a
mean,
song about it.
does it blatantly look like a church?
Oh yeah. It's a church.
And
There's a
it's
steeple
your
and
friend's
everything.
it's your friend's house.
Yep.
So the
There's a house on the back, but it's it's like a 4-bedroom house out back. But
Really?
You walk in and it's literally a church. There's a balcony for the choir and everything. Yeah. It's wild.
is there a really cool church organ in there still?
No.
No.
None of that in there.
I know.
But the acoustics are great.
I went.
Yeah.
My uncle's been a church organist for years, and I remember going in. I play a little bit of piano and stuff, and I played Ozzy's Mr. Crowley,
Nice.
and on a big church pipe organ.
Nice.
So that was definitely pretty cool. Yeah, man, that's
And their last name's Gageby, so that's why we call it the
okay.
Church of Gageby.
Well, there you go. That makes sense then.
So it's not a real church, but it's a real church.
Yeah.
Right.
Structure-wise.
Structurally.
It's not holy ground anymore.
Right.
Well, I don't think that they take away the blessing. I think that it's still holy ground. It's just now a little differently holy. You know what I'm saying?
We were playing there once. I was trying to encourage some females to do something.
Ah.
She told me I was going to go to hell. And I'm like, it's not a church anymore.
Right.
It's been sufficiently blessed and christened. And
It has been blessed.
That's very cool. I haven't heard that one yet.
Very
So,
ridiculous.
I believe you guys are a first for playing a would-be church. So. And you were telling me last night, or on Friday, you guys just played Gettysburg Rocks,
Yes.
and you've played that last several years.
It's twice a year. It's February and August.
Okay.
We played the last 5 of them. I think there's been 6 total.
6 total, yeah.
Cool.
It's all to
And,
raise money for Hershey's Pediatric Cancer Center.
oh, very nice.
Yeah, the 4 Diamonds Fund.
Yep.
And who else was at Gettysburg Rocks this year?
It's like 150 bands.
Is it really? It's that many?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like 14 venues, 150 bands. Goes from Friday through Sunday. There's no cover charge anywhere. It's all just donation buckets if you want to throw some money in.
Wow.
Not taking into account this week's, because they don't have the numbers yet, but the 6, I think they've raised $73,000. And
I can
100% of that goes
Right.
to 4 Diamonds.
I can imagine that. 140 bands over 3 days, and we say 14 different locations.
Yep.
That's really cool. I'll have to look into that some more. Gettysburg is not too far away from here.
Nope, very cool thing.
Nice. Well, that's very cool, and it's awesome you guys were a part of that. What do you have coming up here in the near future?
I think we're actually going to take a little time off just to kind of chill.
Really
Been
been
going pretty hard.
been busy this summer?
Yeah, we just opened up in July, Gettysburg Bike Week. We opened for Quiet Riot.
Okay.
A couple of us took some vacation time, and I think we're going to do that most of September as well.
Was that the highlight of your summer?
Yes, it was.
Was
Very
it?
much so, yes.
Yeah, I can
Yeah, it was
imagine.
cool.
Nice. You brought a 11-song album in for me that was recorded in the past year.
Yep.
It was recorded at Fleshtone Studios. Fleshtone Studios.
Flesh Tone.
Yes.
Shout out to Andy Dulac.
Yes.
Cool. We do have another track to play. It's going to be, I believe, Mama? Yeah.
Yeah, slower acoustic song that we did.
Okay.
Right.
Is this about anyone's mom in general?
Yeah, I think it was at a time. Previous band member wrote the majority of the lyrics for it.
Okay.
But we sent it out to all the moms.
Here you go. Here's one for all the moms. Here's Mama from Whiskey Burn, this week's featured band on Bob's Homegrown Stash on 101.5.
Bob Rocks.
Wasted days turned to wasted years. Faded dreams fade into tears. Might give up, might lose hope. Having problems, trying to cope. Trying to get my emotions into check. Deep down inside, I'm a wreck. Every time I think I've hit rock bottom, Lord drops out and I keep on falling. Mama, could you hold my hand one more time? Mama, could you wipe the teardrops from my eyes? Holding me close as I was shaking, even though the lonely heart was breaking. Standing with my back against the wall. One more misstep, I might fall. Just a young boy trying to find his way. Just an old man trying to get through the day. Looking around, trying to find some help. Man, I was running from was myself. Take the cheated and my heart a little colder. But I once more lie my head on your shoulder. Mama, could you hold my hand one more time? Mama, could you wipe the teardrops from my eyes? Holding me close as I was shaking, even though your lonely heart was breaking. Mama, could you hold my hand one more time?
101.5 Bob Rocks Mama from Whiskey Burn, this week's featured band on Bob's Homegrown Stash. It's the Bob Father in the studio with Whiskey Burn. Now, what are the other two guys doing? I'm gonna guess it's the bassist that's not here.
Right? Well, he actually left for vacation this morning.
Right.
It's always the bassist, right?
Yep.
Always.
Boy, if you only knew.
Yeah. Well,
Always.
I'm a bassist, so.
We've been through like 7 and 3 years.
Have you really?
Bassists are flaky.
Yep.
Not all bassists, but
No. My son plays bass. Bassists are
No.
flaky.
Now, I know that it seems like with me, I'm always getting hit up to play for bands. It seems like bassists are hard to find, and even when I can't do things, if people ask me, well, do you know anyone who can? There's only know about 2 or 3 other bassists that I can recommend, so it seems like you've been pretty lucky to be able to find 7.
Yeah, well, actually, 3 of them we've had twice.
Well,
Two
we're
of
on
them
our
we had
fifth bassist since I've been with the band, and I've been with the band for 4 years. So,
Yeah, we've
5
had a
and
couple
4.
guys twice, different stints. Just never any problems. Just other things coming up. People had to leave. So
And
Move or
right.
I would have guessed the other person missing was the drummer, but he's here,
Nope.
so
I'm here.
I'm guessing it's the other rhythm guitar. Is
Lead
that it?
guitars.
Lead
Right,
guitars.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Just had something else going on. Short notice.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Thank you guys for coming in.
Yep.
Short notice. Speaking of which, you guys will be playing later this month on the 1015 BobRocks stage at the Blue Fox Billiards in Winchester, where we've started something new. You hear the bands Sunday night on Bob's Homegrown Stash, and then we take the bands that were featured for the month and we have a show at the Blue Fox. So on Friday, August the 26th, you can check out Whiskey Burn along with Milton J and the Leftovers, Black River Bloodbath, and also Navarium. So lots of good stuff coming from these bands. So go out and support the local rocks and show them some love. It's $10 at the door for a night with 4 bands, so you can't beat that. Moving on, we got some more music from Whiskey Burn. One more song, Devil's Dues. I think we've all paid those.
Amen.
It's
Yes.
their title track.
This is the title track.
Right, title track from the album from Whiskey Burn. Here's Devil's Dues on Bob's Homegrown Stash on 1015.
BobRocks.
And as I walked through my own personal hell, I sat and spoke to the devil himself. And as I turned to walk away, said, "Hey devil, do you wanna play?" Clouds roll in and the sky turns gray. Watch the sun fade away. It's when I hear what the voices say. It's when my demons come out to play. And inside my head, there's a feeling of dread. My demons are fed. Yeah, and inside my head, I said, "Hey devil, well you talk that talk. Well damn you devil, can you walk that walk? It was my soul you once sown, but my soul cannot be born." And inside my head, there's a feeling of dread. My demons are fed. Yeah, and inside my head, you shut me out 'cause you're feeling blue. Let your hatred simmer still. Your happiness is far and few. We'll sit on back Pay the devil, pay his dues. Give the devil his due. Our sins are true. Payment is due. Pay the devil his dues. Pay the devil his due.
1015 Bob Rocks, Devil's Dues from Whiskey Burn. And for the people that want to maybe get a hold of you, get a hold of your music, find out where you're playing, what's the best places for them to find that?
The website is www.whiskeyburn.com. Physical CDs and T-shirts can be ordered through there. Album's also available on iTunes and Amazon and streaming sites.
You got T-shirts as well.
Yep, T-shirts as well.
And we're also on Reverb Nation, and we also have Facebook.
I'll have links posted to Whiskey Burn's Facebook page on the Bob's Homegrown Stash Facebook page, as well as my Facebook page. That's facebook.com/thebobfather.bobrocks. So if you're following me on Facebook, you can find links to Whiskey Burn on there. Or again, just search Whiskey Burn, and I'm sure you'll be able to find them.
Comes right up.
Yeah, there you go. Well, thank you, Whiskey Burn, for coming in. And be sure, if you get some new music, be sure to hit me up and bring it back in, and let's hear what you got.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for having us.
Definitely. Anytime, fellas. And you'll be able to catch Whiskey Burn later this month on the Bob's Homegrown Stash live show, Friday, August the 26th at Blue Fox Billiards. And again, I have links to Whiskey Burn on my Facebook page. So be sure to check them out, show them some love, give them a like, be able to find their music and where they'll be on Facebook. And we'll be back next week with more local rock on Bob's Homegrown Stash right here on 1015
Bob Rocks.
Bob's Homegrown Stash on 1015 Bob Rocks.